Sup, my name is Ryu for TheYugiohCouncil. I'm just going to adjust the camera real quick. Nice, better shot. Welcome to Tech Tuesday, number 1. Number 2, if I saw you on the live stream, hello again. And number 3, you saw the live stream and you saw the announcement. If not, well yeah, just wait. Cute. So, today on Tech Tuesday we're talking about 2 cards that can help you counter quite a few things that are either upcoming in the meta, already in the meta, or possibly going to be in the meta. So, if you don't play meta, well, this video is still helpful for you for one reason. Because this can also help you against things that can hurt you or maybe spark an idea that you didn't think about before. And that's pretty much what Tech Tuesday's for. And Mikey yesterday, which you'll probably see tomorrow. Oh God, yeah, Tech Tuesday deck. Let's leave it at that. That was something else. On another note, we're talking about Swords of Concealing Light for the first half and Book of Eclipse for the second half. Why? Because I feel that these 2 cards are very, very underappreciated, and they should be talked about together for multiple reasons. They kind of do the same thing, kind of. Swords of Concealing Light, we're going to start with that first. It's like Swords of Revealing Light in a way, but it flips all your opponent's monsters face down, and they are forced to stay face down to 2 of their standby phases. I'm sorry, 2 of the, until their second end phase. My apologies. My head's a little loopy today, so I'm preparing for the live stream. So, what makes this card so great is decks like Winda. Yes, I use that term, decks like Winda. Shadows that burn out Winda. Noble Knights, which have 15 equipped cards and you can't target them. Even Dragon Princess, that ritual card that gets to be a pain in the ass. Or that anti-meta card that shuts you out. As long as it's a monster, this is your best friend. Because it will take the monster, it will force it face down, and that face down monster, its effects cannot be applied. So now, you can combine this with something like Noble Mana Crossout or Photon Popple Operative, and I don't suggest Photon because Photon will flip it up and then it's forced to use its effect. Photon's not a great idea, just fair warning. But you can combine Swords of Concealing Light to create a lock. And you can lock out your opponent from quite a few things. You can collect your victory off this because, well, if they're crazy enough to put that Winda on the board and you're slapping face down, well, Heart and Landraco take 4,000. Oh, it feels so good. There's also that new rank 8 that's going to come out and do the same shit. Not only is this a great side card, this is a great main deck card. The one vulnerable weakness to this is that it's MST bait because it's a continuous spell card, and we normally don't really talk about continuous spell cards here on Tech Tuesday. Usually it's monster effects or trap cards, mostly trap cards, because they don't get enough love. Another thing I'm going to be talking about another day is the Summoner Arts price. That is just whoa. But Swords of Concealing Light is a great option if you're going against something like Noble Knights. Like I said, they're very easy to side against because they can't be targeted. So how do you get around not targeting them? You use Swords of Concealing Light. You say, get the fuck down. And well, chances are, no disrespect to any Noble Knight players, that you're not going to have that MST on your board at the ready and then you're going to lose out on all your quick cards. That is a big weakness within Noble Knights. And that's something I addressed during the video where I said, can Noble Knights be tier 1? And that's what I'm going to address here too. This works not just now, but it works in the future. If you have a problem, get over Stardust. Put that shit face down. Can't use its effect. Grand Mole, put it face down. Catastrophe, put it face down. Armades, put it face down. Boyle, put it face down. Stomach Seed that I can't remember the name of. That's off the top of my head, but I'm just going to say, for the sake of argument here, Extinction Knight, get the fuck face down. This card is amazing for that. Just keep in mind, you don't have to use it in that defense way that I just mentioned. If your opponent's playing Shadows and you want to keep their shit face down, throw this on them. If your opponent's playing flip effects, keep it face down. They'll have to basically counteract this with cards like Book of Tai or MST, and they have to be well timed. If you play Ghost Trick, you already knew about this card. So this is the point of the video where I say, okay, time to switch the cards into Book of Eclipse. And there is a reason I said before why we're talking about both of these. Because they are kind of like brother and sister in a way, but they have different uses. And In the turn that Swords Concealing Light is slower but lasts longer, Book of Eclipse is faster. So we're going to talk about Book of Eclipse right now. Book of Eclipse. Why should you even give a shit about it? Well, this is a great card that I wanted to mention throughout the Tech Tuesdays, but I haven't. I will try next week. Is Quick Booster. Also, side notes, for anyone who's wondering where the hell is the and the band played on, I actually did a video about that already. Mikey already pointed that out. I may go back and do another one because my ideas change on it and then there's new uses for it, and I feel it's okay to do that, but I leave it up to you guys. So what I want to talk about Book of Eclipse here, though, is in the same way like Swords Concealing, it works against Noble Knights. You can get this off Quick Booster. So if you bait out their back row hate and they blow up Quick Booster, this goes face down the board. Now, someone correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think you can use Quick Booster that turn, the card you bring out for Quick Booster. Now, I'm not calling Quick Booster bad. Quick Booster is interesting to say the least, but we're not talking about Quick Booster. We're talking about Book of Eclipse. Book of Eclipse is one big fucking downside to it, is that your opponent is going to get a draw for everything that remains, like, you know, gets flipped back face up at the end phase. So that's two negatives right there, kind of thing. It just kind of is. It's not vulnerable to MST. It's not vulnerable to a lot of trap negation. Someone's me on. It's not going to get rage stomped by a lot of things. So you don't have to worry about that. But the problem with Book of Eclipse, and this is part of the reason why I don't play it any longer, is the fact that in that moment when you play it, you have to basically plus off it in that turn. If you can't, then it's going to suck for you. So it works best with something like Trap Sun, where you can basically say, fuck your trap cards, and then play Book of Eclipse and just run over their monsters with like a Majesty's Fiend and say, get the fuck out of here, we're done. You can also basically use this as an offensive tool to basically go OTK status on your opponent, or just to get that window face down or that Noble Knight face down. And again, when it comes to Noble Knights, giving them one is not going to hurt you as badly, but with most decks you don't want to give them that one, hence why Dark Bride still doesn't see competitive play. But the thing with Book of Eclipse here, and I'm going to be talking very, very fast because my brain's going all explode mode now. The thing with Book of Eclipse, though, is if it's against Noble Knights, say Noble Knights tomorrow became the tier 1 deck that we all hope that they would, or 90% of us do, because some people just hate Noble Knights, it's respectable. Say they become tier 1. This is going to be a great side card against them because it doesn't target, puts everything face down, and when it puts everything face down, guess what? No more quick cards. No more quick cards, no more secondary effects. All you gotta take out the Exceed, and that's not too hard. And that's not me hating on Noble Knights, it's just the honest truth. The two downsides to Noble Knights is Swords Concealing Book of Eclipse. That's why we're talking about Tech Tuesday. Because as we go forward, we're gonna be talking more about Noble Knights. And as we talk more about Noble Knights, we need to be able to reflect on things we have discussed before. And that's why I wanted to get these two in here. But if your deck is having a problem with, say, I don't know, Shadows, like mine usually does, then this is a great option. In the coming weeks, I have a great option for you against Quillhofts. I can't pronounce it right, don't correct me. That's actually going to probably be next week's. And I'm not even going to give the name out because there's going to be around two of them. So I'm going to give you the breakdown about how to basically beat them in that Tech Tuesday, which will be next week. So, just in case anyone's wondering, I still have techs up my sleeve. But in case you guys have any tech cards we have yet to feature on Tech Tuesday, please leave them in the comments below. It is important to us because that way it helps grow Tech Tuesday and it helps get us out there more. Finally, I posted out like 4 or 5 videos per day for the past 4 days, or 3 days. I'm kind of losing my track here. I'm going to secretly start implementing that a little bit more often. So if you guys like that and need feedback, some of those videos will remain shorter just to get an extra video out there, and that way I'm not killing myself to do it, and that way you guys don't have to worry about me. Now, I know most of you are here just for Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue Eyes or Yu-Gi-Oh! For whatever reason, but I just need to mention that the Pokemon Council is relaunching next Tuesday. For those of you who have subscribed, there's a link somewhere, always somewhere. But that's going to be a thing on Tuesday. I want to just address that it's not going to affect this channel and the way we handle things and the way things go out. We are actually continuing to grow. We have a lot of things planned, like Amazon store and things like that. But yeah, you guys always suggest them, so we take those suggestions and make them work. Finally, let me just say thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Take out the like part, just make it a rate. That works. Whatever. Anyway, if you guys joined me for the live stream, thank you. If you didn't, don't worry. Don't get all, I missed the live stream. Don't worry, we'll be doing it again. Hopefully on Friday. I have to talk to Mikey, see if he's available to actually host everything, and then we'll see if we can get it going, and there'll be an announcement video prior. So I'm ready for the TheYugiohCouncil. Thank you for watching Tech Tuesday. I am out of here till next video. Peace!